the goal is to bring people on chain. And when it comes to builders specifically, we have a problem when it comes to people being able to communicate these solutions to the communities, even to, like, for example, Amamamboga, if I tell them that you can receive crypto, they're wondering, is this a scam? Yeah. So there's still that bit of we need to create more awareness. Even with the solutions that we as builders are working on, we really need to go to the ground, find whether we are creating real solutions for these people that we are building for. And I think on chain, we are unlocking a lot of opportunities, right, for them. And we as the builders, we have a responsibility to actually solve real world problems. So it's not a matter of, yes, we are enjoying what is happening with memes, with all this craze that is happening, our bug is going up. But at the end of the day, we as the African builder, we have a responsibility to our people to actually create solutions that work for them.
Thank you. We are creating solutions, all right? Kate, do you have any other thing you might like to say, specifically about the challenges builders face to have applications on blockchain being realized?
I have many things to say.
But briefly, we still have other questions.
Back to solving real-world problems. I think the main thing the best way to go about this is defining better models for how to build applications on-chain. For example, like we need a structure like in order to be able to like solve all of these problems. I think so we need to like define these models of what your on-chain architecture will actually look like, because for the most part, though we rely on the blockchains to provide primitives around identity and transactions and stuff like that, you realize a lot of the code you're writing is not in the smart contract itself, but in all the other pieces supporting the smart contract, from things around processing the data and to the client level concerns where you're trying to abstract as much as possible the fact that what your user is interacting with is actually running on a blockchain. So I think one thing that needs to be solved first before we can builders can get into the headspace of actually solving problems and not figuring out how, like the maze of how to build their infrastructure, should be defining better like models for how on-chain solutions should actually look like.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Dave, for Kate, for those words. Let's look at the adoption rate, because if you build something, you need people to use them. And Africa now, as a case study, what will you say the level of adoption, how enterprises are adopting this solution, blockchain solution as it stands, and what do they stand to benefit? I want Grievous to do that, and we're going to be very happy to take that, please.
Well, blockchain is still very young, and we're at that point where everyone is curious. In Kenya, we recently had the young millionaires scandals here and there. So they claim to be making money from Forex. And you know, that sort of...
All right.
Yeah, so most people, okay, I know of a few friends who've been on the Forex move for like close to 5 years. And I be more trying to mock them. Oh, why are you not a young millionaire, man? So that sort of push up curiosity among the young guys in Kenya, if not Africa, where people are like, how do I get to learn crypto? How do I get to know how to build solution on the blockchain? How useful is it? And then most young guys also, they've got to a point where they are building to solve problems that they're actually facing. That means the solutions are African tailored, not for the West or from any other jurisdiction. So it basically, okay, compounding all those, we get to a point where the Web3 tech has been adopted. So, like they've said, it's all about abstracting everything for Mama Mboga to get to understand what crypto is. If you go sell a solution to them, they're not like, that scam. So we also need to change the narrative from crypto being scammish. And please, let's stop scamming people.
Okay, thank you.
Because
Thank you.
it's basically stunting the adoption of
All right,
Web3,
I will agree with you, Adam.
Yeah.
Folks, we stop scamming people, but yes, I really appreciate that. And we want to bring these three factors into place: developers, communities, and enterprises. Using blockchain as that link. My next question will, of course, be going to Njeri. Please, Njeri, what role will you say local communities can play in bridging this gap between developers and enterprise? So we are having something like developers, communities, then enterprise. You are the middle, drawing developers in, and on one hand, drawing enterprise in, and we can have a solid configuration. What will you say about that? What role can local communities play?
Yeah, I think communities are at the heart of this all, because at the end of the day, builders are, building solutions for the communities to use. So like they provide insight to the challenges that they face, and then developers go on to build these solutions. And how enterprises can step in is that, okay, right now there's not much adoption, but I can see in the future that they can fund some of those solutions, especially here in Kenya. Like some enterprises can adopt blockchain solutions into their businesses, and even like if an enterprise is B2C or B2B, they can use a blockchain solution for their customer base. And this like now enhances scalability, because now your solution is being used by a large number of people. And it's like you already have the customer base. It's not like now you're going, like you have a solution, but you don't have the users yet, although they are there. Like your customer base is already there and ready to use the app. So I feel like communities benefit a lot from this. And now developers building solutions, and then enterprises funding this solution and even using them inside their businesses.
I agree with you. Communities are the heart of this, and yes, we cannot do without them. Yes, we are trying to talk about building solutions in Africa, and yes, I will want this to be taken by Dennis. You are a developer, and what will you say is the biggest untapped opportunity for blockchain in Africa? I know there are a lot of options. Dennis, we want to build this, an aircraft, you use crypto. What will you say is the biggest untapped opportunity as long as blockchain is concerned, that we can dive in? And of course, I'm sure Kate will be ready to join you on that. All right, let's have
For sure. So I think for Africans, one of the solutions that which has really kicked off is the adoption of stablecoins. And we can see that from the growth that blockchain like Celo has received, for example, with their product called MiniPay, which is on Opera. So stablecoins is one of the, it has gotten its product market fit, particularly in the crypto ecosystem. People are transferring money across borders instantly. So that is one of the biggest, I would say, opportunities that has already has gotten a base, right? And there's still more that can be done. We still need access to loans. There's a big gap when it comes to in terms of the loans that people need, right? So when it comes to, let's say, even the farmers, enterprises, small businesses, they still need access to capital. And these DeFi protocols have a lot of capital that is locked, a lot of TVL. You always see these protocols announcing how much TVL they have, which is essentially just lying there generating yield. But this money can also be used in the real world, and people can have access to that fund and also grow their businesses. That's why I'm big on Aptos when it comes to real world assets. So I think there's a big opportunity for us to unlock on-chain capital and build our local ecosystems in Africa.
All right. Thank you very much. I heard you talked about stablecoin. I don't know if Kate agrees with you on that. Will you say that is the biggest untapped opportunity, as far as Africa is concerned?
Yeah, I'm not sure about stablecoins, but I do have like an opinion regarding what like Africa needs. So sometimes you have to like think really radically.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So
Developers think.
yeah. So yesterday night we were like comparing like Nigeria and Kenya with Baba, and one of the common things between our governments is corruption.
I think I was
So-
there when we were making that discussion. Yeah.
Yeah. So blockchains are public ledgers that can keep track of transactions of funds between like different entities. So I mean, what we're currently dealing with, like in Kenya, we've been having protests, like anti-government protests for like
Yeah.
the past
Corruption.
couple of, yeah,
Yeah.
because of that specifically.
Embezzlement and all.
Yeah, so if I was to think radically about how blockchains can be useful for like for Africa, it would be in having government funds somehow visible through
On
like a
blockchain.
public ledger.
Wow.
So that we can see.
Do you agree with him? Public funds on blockchain and corruption is off. Yes, I must tell you, we have our builders already, and it is possible. Of course, Aptos is going to look into this, and we see how far we can go. Yeah. Let me just round it up with this. One last question. I want each one of you to talk about. Just tell me your view. We want to try and, with the level of adoption of Web3 blockchain in Africa, try and envisage this collaboration. How is it going to look like in 5 years' time? Who's going to take that first? Look, let me start with, I'll take it in that order. How does it going to look like 5 years' time? I didn't say 2 years, 5 years.
Well, I'd say what we've done so far, when it comes to blockchain, it has been very remarkable.
Agreed.
Because over the time blockchain itself, the tech itself has like evolved from the traditional way where you primarily have to go the long way, which takes a lot of time, consumes a lot of gas fees. And we're at that point where everything has been abstracted and you can have Web3 solutions have a feel of like it's Web2, which is the way we everyone is used to. So that's something, that's growth, and it has happened in like the ERC 4337. It was just last year, right? And there are so many products right now adopting it, and there are way better ways to get to solve it, and they're very secure and fast. So in a period of 1 year in tech can feel like it's 50 years.
Good, 1 year,
So
thank you.
I can't, okay. In my head, personally, I'm like building a payment solution, and each and every day we have our eyes opened on how's the tech going forward. Because we might basically wake up tomorrow morning and there's a new way. So you either jump on ship or go obsolete. So in 5 years, I can't predict, we could probably be living 100 years in 5 years. Yeah.
All right.
Tech-wise, yeah, that is.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Of course, okay, Dennis, how do you feel about that in 5 years' time? How is it going to look like? Paradise?
Yeah. So I'm hoping. I hope so. So I think in 5 years' time, personally for me, I want to see over 1 billion people being on chain, doing everything on chain. That's I think we always talk about onboarding the next million to crypto, but I think this is the time. The tech is getting there. Just to add on what he said about account abstraction, the user experience is improving for crypto. Even with Aptos having keyless support integration where people can create an account using their Gmail account. Also, I think we also need people to use their mobile number, just connect it to their wallet address, because I think that also will be great. It's something that as the infra guys you can work on, I believe so. And that will also onboard more people to the crypto ecosystem. We believe that having people doing the things on chain is the future, where they can own their own data. And that's, for me, I'm hoping to see 1 billion people on chain.
1 billion people on chain, 5 years. That's nice. I appreciate that. Yes, Jerry, how is it going to look like in 5 years, in your own opinion?
Yeah, for me, what I'd want to see is more policies around blockchain. But for instance, like, let's take the US election that just happened. We had a pro-crypto president get in because he believed in crypto, and he's also setting up teams to, work to get crypto regulations, work to formulate crypto regulations. And now if we can adopt such a way in Kenya specifically, have the government formulate blockchain frameworks, policies, will convince or even onboard more people, because they'll be like, hey, the government is, using this, they're formulating more rules and regulations around crypto. They begin to trust it and say, oh, it's not a scam. It's not really a scam, and they'll trust it more because the government is backing it up.
Good.
So I want to see more policies around blockchain, the same way that AI policies are now being formed by every country. I really want to see blockchain policies so that many people can get behind it.
Definitely, we are getting there. Thank you very much for those words, Njuri. Policies, very, very important. And of course, very briefly, Dennis, you're almost out of time. Kate, how is it going to look like in 5 years? Did you see we battling corruption and taking it out of Africa? 5 years?
I said think radically. I didn't say it would be. But 5 years' time, aside from 10 million users onboarding on Poseidon, we need to see the accounts.
Wow, I agree with you.
Yeah, aside from that, I think I approach this more from a developer's perspective and thinking about the things I need to solve while building my applications. So one of the important things, which is hard to explain to like regular users, even if you're onboarding these 1 billion users, it will be hard to explain to them stuff about their privacy. How do you ensure that your data is secured? Because the blockchain is essentially a public ledger. So, and most people are conservative. A lot of people in crypto right now are mostly traders, but I'm sure most of you wouldn't want to have your M-Pesa balance publicly available to everyone.
Definitely, me too.
Exactly. So, so we need to solve issues around privacy. So, like build a framework for solutions around privacy. Because one of the things we had to deal with while building Poseidon was direct messaging. Yeah. So Poseidon has end-to-end encrypted direct messaging, but a hard thing to ensure is the privacy of these conversations. So we had to bootstrap our own protocol to enable, to ensure that all conversations happening on Poseidon are both encrypted and anonymous.
Private.
So you see, I had to bootstrap that from the ground up. And I don't want other developers here to have to go through the same problem.
Yeah, so that I can just use
Yeah,
it on
so
them.
in 5 years' time, solving issues around privacy. I think privacy is my biggest concern when it's a public ledger. So yeah, if we can find good ways to solve that, then yeah, I'll be satisfied.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It seems it's looking good for Africa. 5 years, you agree with me? Yeah, definitely. You see, I have to thank all my speakers, and yes, we really have a lot we can talk about, but time is not on our side. We just want to leave it like that, and yeah, in a subsequent meetup, we see how far we can discuss. So let me start from from that end. Griffin, thank you very much for accepting our request to join us in this panel discussion. We hope to see you some other time in our meetup. Yes, then Chiza, you don't want me to use Dennis. Okay, Chiza, thank you for joining us, and of course we hope things to come up fine in the future. And in Nigeria, did I pronounce that correctly? Injury. Good. I'm learning those names gradually. I'm new to them. So thank you, Injury, for coming up. And I must tell you, ladies are really doing well in as well as Kenya is concerned. When we are trying to arrange the meetup, we're able to meet lot of ladies in this space. Many of them not at the background, they are active already. Community leads, community admins, and all. So I have to give it to them. This is the first time we are encountering that, and see how much ladies are getting themselves involved in Web3. Yeah. So thank you for also representing them in Jerry. And yes, we hope to see you more. And of course, Cade. Yeah, Cade is already engrossed in Aptos already, and of course, thank you for also hosting this meetup with us. So please let's give all our speakers a round of applause. Thank you for coming. You can all move to your